Hey guys! Here we go for one of the most requested videos here, which is of a supermarket in Venezuela. We saw on Google Maps that there's a supermarket inside the mall, so let's see how big it is and if we can film there. Come on then, the guy is filming. Is there another YouTuber in front of us?
Wow, this is a new mall, so there may be a lot of people here for the first time.
This mall started to be built here during the Hugo Chavez era, but Hugo Chavez put a stop to it, saying it would cause too much traffic, and he said he was going to turn it into a school and university something, and then what happened?
And then after it was finished, people who were homeless were brought here, and then after that, this place became a kind of dumping ground for government stuff. Then I think last year in 2022, they gave it back to the owners, and then it was almost ready. They finished it and opened the mall.
So this mall was supposed to be old, but it's new because of this. So let's see how much an iPhone costs here. There is no price shown. This is an official store, is it? There's the supermarket in the garage.
And just to finish, to tell you about this mall, Wikipedia says it hasn't been opened yet. It says it's going to be opened. And then a worker just passed by with a wheelbarrow. So it's possible that they're still working on it.
It was inaugurated before it was ready.
Over there, there's a group of people passing by with material to finish the mall, and there's a boy on a bike. See? He's like the guy who looks after the parking lot. I was watching, a car came by, he came in front, then he pointed to where the car had to go, where there's a parking space. His t-shirt says parking lot operator.
So let's go and visit the supermarket called Rio. Let's hope they let us film here, because filming supermarkets has been very difficult lately. We always talk about the minimum wage. Here in Venezuela, we don't know how much it is, because it varies a lot. It always goes down, but it's very low, I don't know, about $10. But they also say that nobody earns the minimum wage, so we don't know what the average wage is. But if we find out, we'll tell you in the next videos. Well, try not to draw too much attention to it, but that's the face of the supermarket. Should we take a banana?
I think so. There are smaller supermarkets, right? There are smaller supermarkets in the neighborhoods, but we wanted to come to this one because we thought it would be a bit bigger.
No, it's not very big.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here without attracting too much attention.
The banana here is called camber. It costs 1 and 12. These prices are in dollars, okay? The papaya is cheap. It's 1 and 3, excluding VAT. But is there a tax on top of that? Oh, that could be. VAT is a tax, right? Or maybe food doesn't pay VAT. We don't know. We'll find out soon. Here, the tomato is 1 and 5. This one is 1 and 8. This here is 1 and 8. Almost everything costs 1 and something. No, this is ginger. It's 2.
It's just that ginger is expensive. And this type of banana here, very big, this is the one they use for frying, and this one they call plantain. In general, in other countries, plantain is banana. Not here, right? Here the banana is the camber, and the plantain is used for frying.
They make a dough like this, make a ball, and fry it like a potato, right? Fried potato.
Fried. Look.
It's plata, isn't it?
Renan is with Anna. We met a Portuguese woman here in Venezuela. Wow, there are a lot of them. There are more Portuguese than Venezuelan here. And she's explaining to us exactly how bananas work here. And that's not a banana. It's not a banana, it's a plantain. Is this one for frying? That's for frying. And to make torradas, it has to be riper. And not like this, like this, like this. And even riper, oh my God. And when it's green, it's for making tostones. Which is like those...
How true.
Which are green. So that you eat, that you cook for 2 times, that you fry for 2 times. Thank you very much. You chop it up like this into rounds, into little pieces. You cook it like this first, then you take it out of the fryer, use the oil, you bruise it, and you fry it again. Oh, it's rich.
I feel like I'm in the Northeast. You take 3 steps and talk to someone. Hey, and look the size of that garlic.
Wow, what tiny garlic. It's enough garlic for the mucovina to cook with. It's 1 and 69 a kilo. Here's the tomato sauce, which says it's really Italian. It's $2.47. Look, this oil, it's $4.25. Wow.
There's a cheaper one, $2.55. I think it's the cheapest.
This is mayonnaise. I think it's nice that the mayonnaise here is whiter. It's not yellow like ours. There's yellow too, but you can find white mayonnaise very easily.
And the milk ranges from 180 to 188, depending on whether it's whole, skimmed, or semi-skimmed.
This one is whole, so this one is 188, right?
Right. Now, water is something we find very expensive. Here it is. This one is $3.82, and it's still cheap because it's usually $5 for a 5 liters bottle.
Eggs, 30 eggs for $5 and $9. A liter and a half of water is how much?
$1.70.
Wow. And this one, 600 ml, is 92 cents. Now, if there's one thing we're shocked by, it's the price of yogurt. This one is $3.75. Oh, there's toddy, is there? Original toddy, right?
Even the symbol looks like it, right?
It's 1 and 4.
Ah, toddy is okay. Do you want a toddy? Let's take a toddy.
We're taking advantage and taking lots of things, just so we can fill up the trolley too, so they won't think that we came here just to film.
Ah, here it is. The price of the juice is $1.87. Then there's a 30 cents tax, so in total it's $2.17. So I think the fruit doesn't pay tax at all, so that means there's VAT. Let's take one of these to try.
This juice costs $2.18. There's fruit punch flavor. There's passion fruit too. And there are these little bottles here. A little bottle costs $1 and $9. I think this bottle is very Venezuelan, right? Because they sell them in restaurants too.
Cat food, it's $15.30, a Purina cat chow, and they put the charcoal from the barbecue with the dog food. They're saying you have to give barbecue to the dog when you are doing a barbecue. The condensed milk is 2 and 8. This one is from Bella Hollandesa. I don't know if it's the same brand we have in Brazil. There's Dutch margarine too. There's a lot of imported products here, right?
This size is $5.26. We met a couple here, a Venezuelan girl married to a Brazilian guy, and they live here. She told us that those brands, Olé, Quero, the Renata brand noodles, are already found here in Venezuela. And they told us that it's a fever. Here we have pasta. This brand is $1.52. We didn't find any tomato sauce in bags in this corridor. They're usually the cheapest. We're going to take this one so we can make pasta today. It's $1.71. Speaking of Brazilian brands, here we find Gallo pasta.
Toothpaste, as always, Colgate in every corner of the world.
This one has dominated the world market. Let's see.
This one is $2.53. Then there's this other brand here, which is $1.29. I think it's the cheapest. That's soap, right?
Oh my God, $1.75.
And this one here is $2.87.
We don't use Dove in Brazil. We won't use here neither.
Lux, which is usually the cheapest, is $1.50. There are some things that are too expensive, but there's the one for 24 cents.
It's very small, isn't it? Oh my God. Oops.
It's 60 grams. We can buy 3 of them. It's cheaper than the other one.
So let's take all 3. The Dove deodorant is $3.71. Let's see the price of snacks. Wow, there's a food business here. Wow, everything's sold. There looks good. Are there any different snacks?
I think they're all different.
This one is like spicy baconzitos. It's $5.23 the packet.
Our Elma chips here is Frito-Lay.
This packet here costs $2.11. And this snack here, I think this snack is very typical of Venezuela. It costs $1.72. But I've heard that it's like the snack of all generations.
It's Frito-Lay too. Is it Frito-Lay or Frito-Lay?
And then, well, here we are in the soda sector. This must be a local soda. The Sun Cola, $1.02.
Frescolita is also very typical here.
Yeah, how much is it, Frescolita? 2. Then there's Fanta.
Fanta is called Hit, 2 and 56. 1 liter bottle is 2.
Doritos is $2.53. Doritos are so expensive in Brazil that I don't even know how to compare them, whether it's cheaper or more expensive here.
The guys we met too, the couple, they told us that there's a brand here called Gloop, and they say it's delicious, but they don't have it here. Otherwise, we could take it to try.
Let's take a Frescolita to try. Look at the color.
He looks happy now. Look what he's got right in front of him.
These are the typical beers. I think Polar is the most typical here, right? I think so. There's Solera, which I think is a slightly better addition. Oh, and there's the Zulia, which is also very famous. Shall we take a Polar? It's 99 cents.
Our fridge doesn't freeze.
No?
No.
And the freezer? Let's take 2.
So Polar is 99 cents, and Zulia, 99 cents too.
This is President. This is from the Dominican Republic.
And the Heineken, which you can't miss, is 142.
There's always a Taipava and Nova Skin, but not here.
In the places that sell beer, you know, in the liquor stores, in the wine cellars, there's always Itaipava, and all those people you see in green are security guards from the supermarket. And we're shooting with a lot of fear, people, because we've been kicked out of many supermarkets.
But it
in the
doesn't
world.
look like they care about the camera here. Do we need toilet paper?
I don't know, but let's see the price, shall we? Oh, Scott. Scott is a brand we have in Brazil. Wow, 4 and 5. There's this one, which is 1 and 4. It's thin, it's not very good, but we can take it.
Isn't it a grater?
I don't think so. Yeah, it looks soft. Here's this Rosal brand. It's 5 and 3, but it's the fattest of them all.
The powdered milk. 400 grams of powdered milk. That's 4 and 22. 400 grams of powdered milk. How many liters of milk does that make?
I don't know. And I don't even know if it's expensive. That kind of powder is expensive everywhere, right?
Let's go. I told Renan, can we get some corn to put in the noodles? But it's 169 and it's very small.
The normal size is 3.
Wow.
And there's also something very typical of Venezuela, the Diablito. Every Venezuelan is proud of it. They say you have to try the Diablito, which is like a ground ham to put on bread or crackers, right?
This one, how many grams is it? 54, and it costs 180.
Even the Venezuelan products are expensive now. We don't know what happened.
Look how nice this is. It says it's roasted and ground coffee and flavored with cocoa. I really liked it.
Wow, does it make a cappuccino?
Look at that olive. It's beautiful. It makes you want to eat it, but it costs $13.32. Wow.
The last time we came to Venezuela, there was a shortage of things. For example, sugar was hard to find, toilet paper was hard to find. Today you can find everything, but it's expensive.
At least in this supermarket, they don't have huge bags of rice. The 5-kilo bag we're used to. The rice is tiny. He says this one is on offer. A kilo of rice is 1 and 8.
Santoni is 1 and 1. Rice was another product that was hard to find, right? When you could find it, it was just one brand the last time we came. Now you can choose.
Moving on to a very, very typical Venezuelan products, we have pan flour, which is what they call harina here, right?
It's a pre-cooked corn flour used to make arepa. We showed it in the first video. We ate arepa. It's made with this flour.
Look here, the cheese sector. Oh my God, who buys that? And this ball too. The ball is 35 and 36 1 kilo.
This cheese is $20. I think that's cheap, right?
Would you like some?
How long would it take him to eat that?
We'll only eat that.
There are various types of hams in the $12 a kilo range. This one is 9. There's one that's 18. The mozzarella is 10 and 38 a kilo. Let's take a look at the meat. This one is a tomahawk. It's beautiful. It's $11.56 a kilo. And this is another one that comes with a bone. I don't know which one it is.
I came to see what it was because I couldn't stand it. It's the eye of round with a bone. It costs $8.91 this piece. The ox liver is $4 and the ox heart is $3.50. Is that right?
Yeah, the buffet is 60 cents. Is it the kidney or the lung?
I don't know. I think it's kidney because it smells like pee. This is the butcher's shop. The guys sit around while they prepare their meat. Let's see what Renan found here. What did you find, honey?
The thigh and drumstick is $3.92.
Look at the chicken liver. It's $2.47. It comes frozen in a block like this. Wow, that's crazy. And the wings are $4 and $6. The gizzard is $2.61. But I don't like gizzards, so I didn't even want to film it. Another thing the couple told us that I remembered was that they now sell Brazilian sausage here. And I looked for Brazilian sausage there and couldn't find it. It's cheaper than Venezuelan sausage. And our sausage in general is redder, right?
I think it has more flavor.
Wow, we passed a security guard and he said hello. Oh my God! Woo! So, we're in the chocolate section. We really wanted to find Perulim here, which is also a very traditional Venezuelan chocolate. We wanted to find it here. But, in its absence, we're going to show you that there's Nesquik here. It's 38 cents.
What about Jackie?
Wow, Jackie is 20 cents. Take it, take it, take it, take it.
Do you want the white one or the brown one?
Take the brown one. The big Kit Kat is 75 cents. And one thing that was very typical in our lives during our big trip around the world was this oatmeal here. We ate these oats a lot here in South America.
I don't know if it's from here, from Colombia, but it comes from several countries here. It's our breakfast. And here there are sucrillos. What was the tiger's name? Tony. He still wears a mask, and so does the rooster.
And look at the cornstarch here. It's American cornstarch. That's $8.55.
And another thing that's very common here, which we don't really know what it is chicha. Once we bought it thinking it was powdered milk. Then we mixed it up with water and there was very different. But I think they make a kind of sweet, like milkshake, I don't know, here in the streets, right? Yeah, we're gonna try it on the street, in the street food video we'll make.
Here's the toddy brand. Maybe the toddy here looks like that, huh? This one says it's Venezuelan. It says it's from the Polar Company, the same company of the beer. Look, here's some lemon pie Oreo. It's $2.19. I think it's tasty.
Do you want to try?
No, I'm not brave enough.
Shall we take a Maria?
We can have it for breakfast. It's $1.18.
We were walking around, the security guard arrived. I thought he was going to tell us to stop filming. He came to ask if we needed anything. We told him we were looking for Purulin and he found it for us. So this is the famous Purulin.
It's very famous.
Now we'll have to take it, won't we? It will be embarrassing if we don't take it. We don't even know how much it costs. There you go, another Brazilian brand, Renata's Cookies. And here we are in the Caribbean, right? So one of the typical drinks is rum. This one is a rum, I think it's from Venezuela. It's very typical here. You can even visit their farm, right? And here they sell Mexican tequila, El Jimador, which people say is the best, one of the best of the famous ones.
And look at this little sector. It's all sweet. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Arab countries we visited.
It's dehydrated fruit, right?
They used to sell sweets like that too. Could it be that the owner here is Arab?
Many Arabs are traders here. And look how cool it is. It's like an air-conditioned cheese shop.
The cool thing is that there's family-sized bread here. This one is huge too. This one is $9.39.
Wow, it's 1 kilo and a quarter.
This is $7.76.
Look here. Several sausages. The Frankfurt sausage is $8.84. The The sausage of the Venezuelan people are usually this color. It's whiter like this. And also from Colombia, Ecuador, all these places had whiter sausages. Look at this part here too. It's all ham. There are various types of ham. And look at the queue at the bakery. Wow, it all looks very tasty. The queue is well justified. Look, the queue is huge. My God in heaven. Look at these cakes. Oh dear, I'm getting out of here. Otherwise, I'll want one of each.
This one's $8.
Look how beautiful this one is. This one's $11.42. Look at this wonderful one. It's $8.70. And look how full it is here. People stopped here to eat. This is more or less, now it must be time for afternoon coffee. So I think that before going home, people stopped at the super to eat.
You can also have a dinner. There's real food at the buffet. And I think that's it, right? Now let's pay.
We've beaten the supermarket. Let's buy everything here. Let's go to the checkout. Then we'll tell you how much we bought here. Oh, there's Pringles. Pringles are $2.97. There's a pizza flavor now. I didn't know about this flavor. Am I too old for not knowing pizza Pringles?
I think so.
And look at this. I found Milka for sale here. Milka is $1.57.
Well, we spent $21. There's also the fact that when you leave, they always check you out. You have to take the note and they will check it. He looks like that. I think it's because he's afraid of theft, although they didn't look at our backpack. We came in with our backpack and they didn't check it, but there are some that won't even let you in with a backpack.
All the supermarkets do that, from the big ones to the little ones around the corner.
We pay with our Brazilian card. It's going through. The only thing is that sometimes it doesn't go through the machine. They have to get another machine. And a curious thing is that when you ask for the password, instead of turning around to type it in, they ask you what your password is. And then you say it, they type in the password, and it goes through. And it's not because of us. We see Venezuelans too. They're not afraid to give their passwords.
And I want to tell you that we spent $21 because just the pirulin that the guard showed us cost $6.
It was 6 and something, I think. No, but it was worth it. This chocolate is delicious. That's it for today, guys. See you next time.